Hi friends, and in today's video I'm going to be getting into my role specifically, which was the best role you could ever get in my opinion. It was under the title Park Arrival? Yeah, Park Arrival merchandise. And I was like, when I first got this, I was like, what does that even mean? I thought I was going to be outside the park. So what this includes is Ticket and Transportation Center, otherwise known as Mickey's. There's 2 carts there and a little gift shop. Everybody hated this location, gonna be honest, because it's just kind of boring, but you did get out earlier than being on the other side. Plus, with being there, there's a lot less workers. It wasn't horrible, and I actually liked shifts there. It just wasn't my favorite because of the one cart. It was out in the sun right by the ferry boats. It was hot. It was boring and tiring. Everywhere else you usually got to be with someone at the other cart. That one's more busy, so time flies by. It's a lot of hats and stuff that people, like, really, you don't expect people to buy that many hats on their way in to the park. They haven't even entered yet, but they do, and ears. And then Mickey's gift station was never really busy. It was maybe towards the end of the night. It's just a little gift shop towards the end to get people like a last minute souvenir. It's right by where Uber picks up, so I mean, it wasn't ever too busy. The busiest was that cart, but you always had somebody else, so at least you got to talk with somebody else. It wasn't the worst place to work, but being on the other side was definitely way more fun. And then on the other side we had Locker Shop, which is where we had like a little mini gift store, as well as where you could rent wheelchairs, strollers if you wanted to, even though we usually sent them to the stroller register, and the ECVs, of course. That place was crazy. I liked it during the day, either when all the ECVs are out already or like during the fireworks. Not at the end. Closing was crazy, like absolutely crazy. I know people that loved it and people that didn't. I was indifferent about it. It made time move fast, but it's just a lot of people coming to you at once because they do get, the ECVs do get a $20 deposit at the end, and people lose their receipts and people forget their keys, and it's just a big thing because everybody wants their $20 back, of course, because ECVs are like $50 with a $20 deposit, so I don't blame them for wanting their deposit back, but it can get pretty vicious at night. And even when you first run out in the morning, because ECVs run out every day. I don't know how it is anymore, obviously, with COVID and everything that's going on, but every day, especially holidays, sold out so instantly. And people got really mad, and certain people, I said pass holders, but they did. A lot of people felt entitled to getting one, but it's just unfortunately on a first come first served basis, and so we just kind of had to be like, sorry, we can add you to this wait list, and then otherwise we can give you a wheelchair in the meantime. So yeah, that was kind of crazy. And then we also had, you could also get stationed at wheelchairs where you gave the spiel for the ECV, which if you're ever scared of a spiel, don't be. I could literally still do it, and I haven't done it since March. I still know everything. Like, don't be worried about a spiel, because I was nervous, but it ended up being totally fine. Plus your trainers go into it and everything. So you could be at the front where you're passing out the ECVs and the wheelchairs. Otherwise you'll be in the back, which was my favorite position because that's just loading ECVs. Again, it gets absolutely crazy at night, but they train you to park them, which you don't think would be that difficult, but it kind of is. You kind of have to like move it around. You can't just drive it in. You have to we unlock the brake and then you have to park it. And being in that position at night in the front, you just have to push everything in the back basically, besides the wheelchairs. So kind of put a lot on the back room back there, but again, it's my favorite position because you're always with someone. The only place where you're ever alone would be Newsstand, which is right across from Locker Shop, but that store closes pretty early. That was nobody's favorite because it was boring. It doesn't have a lot of traffic, and yeah, It's nice in the morning because you actually do get another person, but in the afternoon it sucked, and closing it sucked because there's literally nobody that goes in there, and it's just really boring. And you want to be around people where everybody else is. And then you get into strollers. Strollers was fine. I always just wanted to be on the wheelchair and ECV side because I liked being at the front because then you could watch everybody come in. Oh, it was perfect. But strollers wasn't bad either because if you were... I'll get into that. Okay, so there's stroller register. That was pretty easy. Again, it's a lot of people forgetting their receipt if they bought a stroller at another park because they can use it the whole day, blah blah blah. It was fine though. I didn't have too many bad experiences there. And then there's another position where you're just handing out either a double, single, and we do have baby strollers, or handing out those. Pretty easy. And then otherwise you're in the back room of the strollers where you're passing or cleaning the strollers, which again was fine because you were always with someone. The other only lonely one, but you could just hang out because stroller register was right there, was like handing out the strollers. But again, you had either people constantly coming up to you so you could talk with them, or you could go like hang out with the stroller register because it wasn't far. And then we also had tunnel positions. Not my favorite thing. I know a lot of people loved them, where you're just directing traffic and like telling them, oh, the wheelchairs go this way, the strollers go this way. The good thing was you got to see the fireworks and the parades, but it was kind of lonely. There's one on one side and one on the other side as you're exiting, just so that we make sure we catch you, so that we get it all back, so it's easier for us at the end of the night. But I thought I had the most chill location. It was amazing when we had after hours events, especially towards the end, like the villains. They basically gave you the task to just walk around and try and find strollers. Like, it was so nice to just walk around with you and your friend, or by yourself, most of the time with a friend, and just look for ECVs like you're walking around Magic Kingdom. I loved after hours events because they were never ever busy, and it was just a really carefree, easy time. And with all the party season, everybody's favorite. If you ask anybody, that's gonna be everybody's favorite. We got to watch the parades every day. Like, our managers were so wonderful. Like, if you didn't get to see it, they would let you see it the next half. It was just so wonderful getting to watch Halloween every day, Christmas every day. It was a dream come true. And of course, Happily Ever After, when that played, everybody got to see that for the most part as well, from wherever you were. If you were at strollers especially, though, it was easier because then you could just walk right out and there's the castle and the fireworks. If you were tunnel, obviously you got to see it. ECV or in wheelchair, that's mainly where I got put because I loved it there, because that's where all the people were. You couldn't really see the fireworks, but we would just dance our hearts out to the songs. Like, everyone there loves Disney. Everyone knows it because they watch the show every night. So dancing with them and just like goofing around, magical. And hearing the booms when you're in the back, it's kind of fun. Let's see what else. So yeah, it's worth it just alone for that. But then it gets even better. At the end of the night, we get closing duties. So you could either get trash, go to the buses, go to the monorail, and go to the ferry to pick up any, if somebody needed a wheelchair to get back to the bus, who are we to say no? So we would let them take it, and we would just collect it at the end of the night. And then after all that's done, we all get to walk down the hub with nobody else there. I've gotten to see dream lights before anybody else did. I've gotten to see parades before anybody else did. I've gotten to witness test parade, like for like new actors, watch them. So cool. And sometimes, like New Year's, me and Megan got sent to go look. There were like missing ECVs, which is honestly the best, because then you just get to wander the park when nobody's there to look for ECVs. So freaking cool. Also with ECVs, if they did break down and you were like in the back of the ECV room, you were able to take your ECV and drive it to them, so that's kind of nice. Half the time they weren't even broke. Well, okay, I'm gonna say 99% of the time they were never broken, or people left because they figured it out. So you would just drop it off and just ride the other one back. So it was an easy like 5-10 minutes. So you're just going through backstage or on stage like, hi, what's up? Just dropping off. Like, it was cool. It was cool. But the coordinators there, oh, I love them. I still hang out with them. I adore the heck out of them. Coordinators and leadership there is wonderful. We did actually merge though with Main Street East, so towards the end of my program, if we had to help confectionery, that's the word, thank you brain, we would have to go over there. Otherwise, which honestly, not my favorite, but it was fine. They didn't have us do it a lot. It was just with certain leadership they had us go over. But the coordinators and the leadership is all so fantastic, and it's just such a chill location. Like, I don't know how to word it. Like, I was just able to talk with my friends and kind of wander around the around the park, and do like a lot of really cool things that I never thought I would see, like watching a parade from backstage, or watching a parade like that they're testing, like looking at the dream lights for the first time in like literally October. Like, it was so cool. Taking pictures down Main Street with nobody else there in the dark, also super cool. Walking around the hub with your coordinator, joking around. It's just such a magical time. I really didn't think I wanted MK, but after I got it, I couldn't imagine working anywhere else, to be honest. There's so much happening. The parties, the after hours events, like, it's just so cool. But yeah, that is all because my battery is blinking at me, which is a good sign because I'm rambling enough. But all in all, my role, in my opinion, was the best. Park Arrival Merchandise was the name. And I had, as we all know, the time of my life. It was the best job in the whole world. I can literally picture all my greatest memories there, and it's wild because I feel like I never left. But that is all because this thing's gonna die. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. As always, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a magical day.